Alright, so it should be working now.
Yep. Oh, got an advertisement.
Yep.
Getting that sweet revenue.
Yeah.
I wish.
We don't see any of it.
Nope.
So hello everyone. Welcome to our first podcast stream. We'll be posting this stuff on our YouTube channel of Artless Retrospect, which is who we are. And we'll be doing live streams as well. So check us out no matter which way you want to do it. My name is Jared Barner, and this is John Beecham.
What up?
And John, introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm John Beecham, like you just said, but I am also known as the sad game reviewer. And not like sad as in depressed. I'm okay. Don't worry about it.
He's fine, trust me.
But sad as in stay at home dad. I know, it's catchy as hell.
Sod.
Yeah, sod.
Sod, dude.
So, but yeah.
All right. And what makes you qualified to be a person that feels like they can review games and TV and movies?
Because I consume all of them like a freaking boss.
Yes.
Yeah. And I, of course, do, like I said, I do game reviews on my YouTube channel, and I also do movie reviews here and there. So, you know.
It's like he's pitching it to everyone.
Yeah. Turn a bit.
Just a little bit. My name's Jared. I am a video game artist. And on top of that, I have played games since I have been living. And then I also have eyeballs, so I feel like I could watch TV and movies pretty efficiently.
Those do help.
Even though we both have glasses, so
they're not the best eyeballs.
Yeah, they're not the highest quality eyeballs, but we're there. We got them. So yeah.
I was making sure that we could actually
we're
be
testing.
heard.
This is our first one, so welcome to our first one.
Yeah.
I don't imagine too many people will be checking us out today, but
probably not.
We're just gonna talk. This is stuff that me and John usually do on the regular, I guess.
Yes, yeah. We don't normally just get together and stare at each other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, your wife would probably get really jealous at a certain point, but you know,
at least concerned.
Yeah, more concerned. Let's just go with that. But yeah, so we're gonna be on Facebook. We'll be on YouTube, Twitch.
And eventually we'll also be on SoundCloud.
As for podcasting, because we feel like our format, as much as you may love seeing our faces,
they are good.
We're bearded.
I mean, yep.
That's the thing. And I got a dad bod, so that's...
Me too.
Yeah. At least you have a kid, though. It's a little unexplained for me. But... I feel like we'll be on more and more, the more following, and if you guys like it, feel free to check us out more and spread the word.
Yes, please.
So what's our first topic today, John?
All right, so first topic, just to kind of introduce ourselves and what we enjoy, is our 3 favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
I was going to make it your only favorite movie of all time.
But that's hard.
That's impossible. So...
And do these have to be good ones, or like...
Oh, no. They could be the worst movie ever made, but if it's your favorite movie...
Flash Gordon.
Nice.
Like off the bat, let's hit it hard. Flash Gordon, one of my favorite movies of all time. I can watch that over and over again, honestly. Don't know why. Crappy movie. I always make people... It's funny, when I started dating people... I actually have them watch the movie with me just to watch their reaction.
Nice.
And see if they're like, that's horrible. It's like good.
Oh, yeah.
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 Great special effects. And like, it was a movie that like on paper should have had like it should be great. Like on paper, technically.
Yeah.
Because it was spoofing, I wouldn't say spoofing. The result of it was spoofing. What they tried to do was match like Star Wars. And because they had a bigger budget than Star Wars. They had Andy Dalton, the 007. Wait, is it Timothy Dalton? Dalton.
I was going to say Andy Dalton, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I missed something. In that movie.
My bad. Timothy Dalton, 007, and who else? They had a lot of famous people in it, and like it just went horribly wrong. So that would be like one of my guilty pleasure movies. I wouldn't say that's like number one, but I just wanted to start it off that way. So.
Nice.
So what would you be like 3? What would be 3 for you right now?
Oh, my 3? You want all 3 at once?
No. Like, because for me, I like.
Oh,
that'd be my
number
third.
3.
That'd be my 3 technically.
Oh, damn! I didn't even think of them in that fashion. I'll just go the third one that I wrote down.
Yeah.
But The Big Lebowski. It's just such a classic movie. It's kind of the same reason as I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this movie, but every time I watch it, I just crack up.
Well, it's a movie that's just weird.
Yeah.
Like in its format.
Oh yeah, just pleasantly.
It really doesn't make any sense.
No, and I just love all the one-liners, like when the guy looks at his bowling ball and he's like, "The hell is this?" And then his response is, "Well, apparently you're not a golfer." It's like such a smartass and the perfect response to that after you just had your head dunked in a toilet. Oh my gosh!
It's one of those movies that is just like it's too good if you understand everything that's really going on, like the subtleties of the movie.
Right.
Because on paper it just looks like an idiotic movie.
Oh yeah, I mean about a loser guy that has no job and then gets strung up into a whole shitload of crazy because he got mistaken for the wrong Lebowski.
Do you think that Kingpin is a far worse movie, or it's just?
It's very similar, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think it's far worse.
It's just that Big Lebowski.
But I mean, Big Lebowski is just so many quotable lines, so many moments in it where you totally forget. And then you watch it again, you're like, oh my gosh, how could I forget that? Like, I don't know, when Jesus is just waxing the hell out of that ball, and you're like, it's like, I remember the part about nobody fucks with the Jesus, but I never remember him shining his balls for some reason.
I always have to watch, because I always get confused between what was in Kingpin and what was in Big Lebowski. Like, I can't remember which one's which a lot of the time. There's certain ones, there's certain lines that you can't really mix up, but like there's certain moments, like in Kingpin, I think it's in Kingpin where like the guy is leaning into the refrigerator and then he comes back out and is like, his nipples are just like straight out. And I always get confused on what movie that is, so I have to watch both of them just to be like, okay, which movie was that again?
That totally could be in the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, it could be in the Big Lebowski, so it's like, whatever. Like, but yeah, no, that's a really good choice.
Why, thank you. And I mean, there's even a religion based off of that movie. So
yeah, exactly.
How could it not be one of the
Kids,
best?
if you're confused about life, I don't even know what the religion's called.
I can't remember what it's called.
Lebowskiism?
Just the dude.
I
don't know, really.
Well, I mean, it's like the people who followed the Fonz.
Right.
I don't know if that still really exists at this point, but back then,
right.
People were
way
doing
back.
It. Way back then. My number 2, if I was gonna put a number on them, honestly, because like I was trying to think about it before we came over here, and I had no. I'm just
no clue.
I'm just free balling at this
All
point.
right.
Is Airplane. Like, just classic. Like, the reason why spoof movies actually had a reign for the good amount of time, because you had the Don't Call Me Shirley, which everyone knows that line, Speaking in Jive, like, you know, these classic Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being a pilot and pretending like he's not a pilot, like, or he's not a famous basketball player. So yeah, that movie, like, I can watch that a million times.
Hells yeah, that's a good one too.
My favorite scene that everyone overlooks, and it happens so quickly, is man, someone, I can't remember the scenario exactly right now. I have to watch it again, but someone says shit's really hitting the fan, and it cuts into the tower control, and then there's literally shit that hits the fan, and it's just like if you blink, you miss it. Like, and you don't
I didn't even remember that.
And that's what I crack up, like audibly crack up every single time it happens. So yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, and I watched it when I was like 10. I think the first time I watched it, I was 10 years old. So
nice.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have, but whatever. My parents.
It doesn't matter. My first nightmare was Aliens.
Oh.
I have no clue when the hell I watched that, but yeah, way too young.
Pet Sematary.
Good stuff.
Looking at my cat for years, weirdly.
Well, It is a cat.
Yeah,
they should be watched
yeah.
closely.
Cats are alright, but like it was a good solid couple of years I didn't trust them. So 2 for you.
All right. My number 2 would have to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' first live-action movie.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, if you want to get to know me, just study the Ninja Turtles first, and then we could talk all day and become best of friends. Because my firstborn son, is even named after a Ninja Turtle. Yeah. And luckily I got a wife that was okay with it. So.
Yeah.
But, man, just everything about that movie, it's done so well. The puppetry is just the best. I mean, Jim Henson...
Well, Jim Henson, God rest his soul.
Right.
like
that. They had to literally invent new ways to puppeteer things for that movie.
Yeah.
The whole headpiece was like a 80-pound craziness of machinery with like a freaking 15-button remote to control the whole thing. And, I mean, the story was amazing because pretty much anything with brothers and fathers, they always hit me hard.
Well, yeah.
So.
And it's I don't know, like, especially, it was one of those movies as well as, like, how dorky some things were about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember there's a scene, it's so funny. It was the scene where the ninjas are running into April O'Neil's apartment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was in the first one, right? Or is that in the second one?
I'm trying to... I remember them jumping her in the subway.
Because
yeah, because then they end up burning down the whole building.
Yeah.
The antique shop.
Yeah, they run into an apartment.
Yeah.
And there's like all these ninjas like they're jumping out of nowhere, and then there's one ninja that runs through the hallway with all the weapons. And it's like
Tim.
he's like the intern. And he's like, guys, you brought your weapons here, I brought them. And like it was scenes like that. Like, oh, yeah. But as kids, like when we were kids, like that was amazing.
That was legit.
Yeah, it was like and like the ninjas were so good at fighting and like
right.
But then there were scenes that like now looking back you could tell like what was puppetry and what was like a guy in a suit.
Just jumping around doing backflips and stuff.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like,
and then of course again it has amazing lines just like wise man once said, you never pay full price for a late pizza. Yeah. And I have lived by those words.
Speaking of which.
Ever since.
Speaking of which, why isn't that a thing still?
Right? Like, what the hell? I feel like everything is late now, and you can't dock them.
Yeah, like now you can track it. They gave you the opportunity to track it, and you don't get, like, any, like, discount or, like...
Right. It's like, now, you could just watch us be late as hell.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
But you could watch it.
Yeah, you can watch it, so it's fine. Even just giving me rewards points
for
every, like, minute. Like, every minute
that would
like...
Yeah.
You know what? Pizza Hut, I'm your marketing guy.
Yeah.
Or that just make another Ninja Turtle movie.
Yes. And stack it full of freaking coupons. Yes. I still actually have one of those coupons from the original VHS tape.
That's crazy.
Because I have a copy that's unopened because my parents had to keep buying new copies because I kept wearing them out.
I don't have the card from Pokemon the first movie. It got destroyed. And I cry about it every day.
That is a very sad thing. I think I have like 3. So.
But I'm glad that your coupons are still there. All right.
So your number 1.
My number 1, Spaceballs. Spaceballs the movie, Spaceballs the flamethrower, Spaceballs
the cereal.
Doesn't matter. It's Spaceballs. Just another like I think for me, Mel Brooks is like one of the geniuses of our last century.
Oh yeah.
And like I missed the opportunity because he was actually here at the Ogden.
Really?
He was somewhere in some theater in Denver. Speaking of which, we're in the Denver area.
Yeah.
Don't suck us. By the way, John's address. No, it's good.
Not at that point yet.
But how would I say this? So he was here. I think he was at the Ogden. And what basically happened was they were doing like a live viewing of Blazing Saddles.
Oh.
And at the end, you got to talk to the people. There was like a couple of stage guys, and then Mel Brooks was there, and then I think man, I think it's the woman was there. There was a couple, but Mel Brooks, I would love to talk to him. Just meet him, have coffee with him, whatever.
Right.
Stalk him, you know.
Follow him around for a day.
Hair. But no, it's like he's a genius writer, and a lot of the time watching his movie stuff, like they wouldn't work today. And I wouldn't say they wouldn't work. They would be under scrutiny.
They'd be heavily criticized
like, just think about
for
Saddles.
everything.
Like,
yeah.
Like, technically, if you really look at the storyline, it's actually an uprising story about a black guy becoming the sheriff of a town, like,
right.
in the middle of the West. Like that's unheard of.
It's not supposed to happen.
That was breaking boundaries. That was before Denzel was doing it.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Sorry.
But no, Spaceballs, one thing, was just beautiful. Like the whole movie from start to finish, with the comedy geniuses of John Candy and what's his name from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, Martin Short.
No, not Martin Short. God, what's his name?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I hate myself now.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see him too because he's Dark Helmet.
Yeah, and he's amazing. Yeah, he's like one of the best parts of that entire movie.
We'll go back to it.
Oh my gosh.
In the back of our heads, we'll think of it. But see now we're stuck on the stage.
No.
Oh man.
You son of a bitch.
You want Google Eyes?
Okay. Yep. That's what we have computers for.
Yep. We have
I literally forgot we had computers in front of us.
But hold on.
And Mr. Coffee.
Yeah, Mr. Coffee.
It's the whole reason I started drinking coffee at the age of 7.
Ludicrous Speed. Like, I just typed in spaceball.com.
Nice.
I wasn't disappointed.
Oh, I was going to say, wait a second, that might bring up...
you would have thought it came up really bad. Rick Moranis.
Oh my god. Okay, yes, Rick Moranis is amazing.
Rick Moranis.
And, oh man, the delivery of his lines are perfect.
Yeah, like something dumbass. Like, I remember it was something, oh man. Like, Colonel Sanders, like,
dumbass.
He's quick one-liners, and like, sir, we got jammed, and there's jam falling down, like...
Raspberry!
Raspberry! Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Lodestar! Like, classic movie moments. I'm a big sucker for, like, those type of movies, the one I mean. But, yeah, that's my number one of all time.
Nice.
What about you?
Okay, so my number one of all time is The Thing. Not the original Thing from Another Planet, but the 1982 release of The Thing with Kurt Russell. Yes.
We see?
Yep.
You didn't think we were in a unison moment. We had a unison moment.
Almost right off the bat. Yeah, I'm very impressed. But, oh my gosh, I have always been a huge fan of horror, and something about The Thing is just pure terrifying.
See, I think
like, the fact that it's not just the alien that they're dealing with, it's the fact that they don't know if one of them, as like part of the team, are something that could destroy them at any second, or if they're just normal.
Well, and that's something where, like, it's one of those things for me that, like, horror is not my favorite. Like, I do not like horror films. I'll watch them every so often, but they're not my favorite. The thing I can respect about The Thing, and the reason why I've watched The Thing, both the old one and the new one, is the fact that it's actually a thriller as well.
Oh yeah.
It's there's so much suspense because it's like
yeah, like nonstop.
Yeah, because it's like I'm taking this person that I just encountered could be the alien.
Yeah.
This could be the Thing, and like I don't know.
Right, and
so it's like, do I trust them? Do I not? Like.
Right, and the ways they handled the horror too was they didn't let you see the Thing at all in the beginning, because even in the ice, you're like, I want to see it, but they're like, no, fuck you, you don't get to see the Thing.
That's also a clever limitation of ability.
Because again, going back to Alien, you don't see the alien until the end.
You see it pop out.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
From that point on, it's like.
And they copy it like that in the fashions of horror, but then again, just the making of all the practical effects in that movie are, oh my gosh, they're so incredible. Like the face melting, the head that just kind of leeches off of the body and grows these own limbs and starts crawling around.
You know what's interesting? Where I'm kind of like analyzing our list together right now.
Yeah.
We love these old school movies.
We really do.
I think I think you have the newest movie.
I think so. It is like the 90s. So it's like still 20 years.
Well,
Oh
when
my gosh.
Spaceballs come out? Because like that I might
Wasn't
win
that like
on that. I think it was late 80s.
I was gonna say maybe 82, 83. I don't know.
I keep typing in Spaceballs on top where it's gonna change. So no, it's actually like a wood shop. Or like
what?
Like cabinetry and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's a company that cuts the wood
okay.
in a fancy way. So, hey,
Well, that's a plug.
Spaceballs. If you want to sponsor us today, well, we just plugged you.
Yep.
For free.
You're welcome.
1987.
I was not close.
Yeah.
I'm like 5 years off.
Yeah.
But
I was pretty close. I thought it was either early 90s or late 80s.
oh, okay.
But yeah, like thinking about my movies, like 1980 was Spaceball or the Flash Gordon.
So Flash Gordon's the oldest one then, because my oldest is The Thing, and that's 82.
Yeah, because I think I think Airplane came out in 1980 as well. And I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah. Well,
Fun fact, everyone.
yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Not being old, I guess.
Yeah, we're not that much
I mean,
different from each other.
Not like you're old if you were born before then. I'm not trying to
Shout out
offend
to
anybody.
my family.
Yeah, sorry.
For teaching me about good movies. But no, like I think so. Like speaking of which, that was an interesting idea that you brought up was the practical effects. Like, do you think movies should have more practical effects than they do?
Oh Lord, yes.
Yeah.
There is no reason why every single aspect of a movie should be CG. I think
Ready Player One.
right.
Let's
Like, oh goodness, that movie was terrible.
You didn't think it was good?
Well, I think again, I look a lot at the artistic part of it, and I know you do too, but for some reason, I feel like they focused mainly on the graphics in that movie and not enough on telling the story because it made no sense.
I think because like I understand the problem that I have is like no, because you read the book too, right?
I actually read Armada instead. Which is another book from the same person, if you guys don't know.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that one a lot, and I wish they would have made that one a movie.
I think if you read Ready Player One, the problem with that was that that's a movie that had to be reliant on some CGI.
Oh yeah, I mean
and
you
I
have
say keyword some.
Yeah.
Not a CGI movie.
Right.
Because that's what it came into was that you had these like. I think the longest real-time scenes, like real-world scenes, was like 10 minutes. At the longest, like one from like start to scene.
I was gonna say I didn't even think about that, but yeah, probably.
I timed it.
Oh jeez.
The longest was about it was give or take 10 minutes. I can't remember now, but but the rest was mainly heavily focused. The longest bits of film were the CGI, and there was parts, in my opinion, that could have been realistic.
Oh yeah, there were a ton.
There were a ton of opportunities that just didn't take.
They just had to squeeze in all the Ryus and the Overwatch butt, whatever the hell her name is.
Tracer.
Okay.
Funniest thing too is that I recognize characters from a game that didn't do well because I was hyped for it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
called Battleborn.
I remember Battleborn. Yeah.
If you watch that movie again, watch how many times in the background or like in these quick scenes that you see Battleborn characters.
They spent all their money getting into that movie.
They gave it for free, I think. Like I think they were one of the companies that just gave it for advertisement.
Well.
And because it's like we're not using it anymore.
Might as well.
Go on. But no, I do agree. I think more movies should be reliant more on the practical effects.
For sure.
And I like the fact that we went from talking about our favorite movies to like this philosophical like movie thought.
Yeah, and we should probably get on to the next topic because it's already 34.
Yeah, nice.
So next question to help you guys get to know us a little bit more is console you missed out on and now love. So video game console.
Yeah.
So okay, you want me to start?
Yeah, feel free to start.
All right. So I don't know why, but as a kid, I had a Sega Genesis, but I never freaking played the Genesis. Like, I also had a Super Nintendo. My parents got divorced. They were trying to buy our love. I'm okay with it. But
Stupid parents. I wish I had divorced parents.
Yeah, sucker. I had 2 Christmases, 2 birthdays.
Must be nice.
It was. But I don't know why, but I ended up with like 5 games tops for that system. And it was like Sonic 1, Road Rash 3, Joe Montana Sports Talk Football, Golden Axe 2, and I don't even know. Maybe it was 4. I don't know.
Either way.
Oh, Virtual Racer. There you go. And I just never played it that often, mainly because my dad wouldn't let me, and it was at my dad's house. So, we had the restrictions at Dad's house. Be like, you can only play for 10 minutes. And it's like, I can't play a game for 10 minutes. This is ridiculous. I'm going outside. And then at my mom's house, she had the Super Nintendo. And I was able to play all I wanted there. So, I played more of that. But recently, I've been getting back into it. And it all kind of started with the Genesis collection on the Switch.
Yeah.
And holy crap. So far, I've beaten one Shinobi. I've played a little bit more of the third one. And then Phantasy Star, I started Phantasy Star 2, and then I had to jump back to Phantasy Star 1 on the Master System because I don't know why it was bugging me, but I can't play number 2 without playing number 1. So technically a Master System game, but whatever. It's because of the Genesis.
Tomato.
Right. And then Toe Jam and Earl, I played it as a kid, like at other people's houses.
Speaking of which, sorry to interrupt, but did you see that they're making a new one?
Oh, yeah. I already have my limited run pre-ordered for it. I can't help it.
I've never played a Toe Jam Earl.
Really?
I need to play one.
I was going to say, we should play it together because it is fantastic with 2 players.
We might stream it.
But then other things like Rocket Knight Adventures, which I found at level 7 games here one day, and I was like, that looks crazy. I'm going to try it. It's an armadillo with a sword and like a helmet and stuff on the cover.
You can't go wrong.
Right. I was like, all right, fighting armadillo. Yeah. Let's do this. It's really a possum, but it looked like an armadillo.
Back in the 90s when animals could be anything.
Right. So, man, I don't know how because I even had the system, but I just did not play it that often, the Sega Genesis.
See, I don't want to say, I've never owned a Sega Genesis. I remember my cousins had more consoles than I had. This is just for me, but my family's always been a Sony family. It's the craziest thing, and it's mostly because my dad's always been a brand whore, which isn't bad. Like I'm not dogging you, Dad, but I missed out on a lot, and because I remember when we were talking about this offline, I originally said one answer, and then I had like a second. I would have split it almost. Is Nintendo in general from the 90s. Because I forgot that my family didn't own an N64. But one of the biggest issues was my friends did, so I played
Mario
off and on, all the popular party games.
Yeah.
But I never played any like the single player games like Banjo-Kazooie. Super Mario 64. I think the only time I played that once with a friend was when we were having a sleepover. We were just if we died, we handed it back to each other and stuff like that.
Classic rules.
Typical 90s stuff.
Yep.
Kids today never understand. You go to bed.
Stop playing Fortnite. Yeah. Get out of my group. Flossing. Sorry.
I'm exhausted.
I don't know if that's going to translate very well when this is just a podcast.
They're just frame rates is going off.
These old
we
dudes
had good kilobytes for that, so that's
nice.
Good. So I'd say the N64. I bought one when I was in the military in 2010. I bought GoldenEye. Of course, Super Smash Bros. All the typical ones.
Right.
I played GoldenEye for the first time and realized I beat it and I was like, man, it was crazy to think about how different our analog system is versus how they did it.
Oh my gosh,
yeah. There was the yellow buttons and then the analog stick that really wasn't an analog stick. But I still from time to time pull it out and play it. I'll spend a day just playing these old freaking games. All the Legend of Zeldas, both of the Majora's Mask. I prefer Majora's Mask, honestly. I just like the idea of it. Not to say that the other Legend of Zelda is good.
Talking trash about Ocarina of Time. I don't even know why I'm talking to you.
I'm sorry. Just
all right.
Myself. But
this is over. I'm
done. The other one was the Game Boy Advance. Because I had Game Boy Color, and Pokemon Golden, Silver, Pokemon Silver, and I played that stuff like nonstop. Like,
hell yeah.
I'd beat it and then redo it, and then like play through it again and redo it and play through it again because like I just love the idea of the game. But after that, I took a hiatus on Pokemon actually. Like I'm a huge fanatic.
We all did.
Yeah, we all, and I think because I didn't play Generation 3, I didn't play Generation 4, and I got back in 5. And that was when I was in the military.
Which one was that one?
Black and White.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was a whole new region and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I got all this money and disposable income. Like, I'm going to buy myself a nice Game Boy
DS.
Yeah, because the 3DS hasn't come out yet.
The Nintendo DS.
Yeah, it was just a Nintendo DS. And I bought the newer one where it didn't have the Game Boy Advance slot. Because it used to be the first one.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. So my buddy was like, because he was the one who told me to get this new Pokemon game because he was really nerdy, and I was like, at the time I was kind of like, ugh, boy stuff.
I don't play Pokemon anymore. I'm a man.
I'm trying to get ladies. And so basically he's like, oh, you gotta play the older ones because he blew it like he was like, whoa, you didn't play Generation 3, it's the best one.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's wrong, by the way.
So I bought the Game Boy Advance Game Boy Advance SP. Because I was like, I remember all the kids that I hated had one. Because that was a more expensive one. Like, I was like, I'm going to get that one and all show those kids.
None of them probably even have one anymore.
I don't even know their name. It's like, there's just like blank faces to me now. But I played through Emerald. I brought Emerald because that was the third one of the two of the Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
And I played through it and hated it. Not a big fan of 3, honestly. Too much water, as IGN put it.
Oh my god. Yeah, the water.
But that's the craziest part about that, too, is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Not as much water as it was in the original games. Where you would be like, 2 steps, it's a Wingull.
Oh.
Like, 2 steps, it's another Wingull.
It's the Zubat problem all over again.
Dude,
it was something even stupider.
It was the worst. And like, I think, Game Freak, if you're listening, think about how your oceans work, like how your caves work.
Yes.
And then make sure the sizes are appropriate.
And give them more Pokemon for them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It shouldn't be one
it was painful.
repeatedly.
But I still played it. And I was like, I missed out on like this mix of like better 16-bit graphics. Because like the overworld was really beautiful at the time. Because I took a step back and I was like, at the time this was really good compared to what the Game Boy Color had. Oh yeah. So that's why I was addicted to it. So I started playing other games. Like I bought the Lord of the Rings game for the SP. Oh. Yeah, it was actually a good RPG. Like I was actually really surprised. No one talks about that.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah,
that one.
It's top down. Yeah. And I was like, this is actually a really good game.
I had that one too.
Yeah, I was like, so I started picking up all these games for it, and I was like, thank God, like I got done with Pokemon now because like now I can play all these other games that the Advance had, and they had Kingdom Hearts had games on it, and like it was I was really surprising how good it was, and like I'll still. If I get bored with any of my modern consoles, I'll like pick up and it's like super small. And I'm like,
right,
like, and that's it. Yeah.
I totally have the Game Boy Player for the GameCube,
and
I plug in that bad boy all the time because I think that's probably the best portable version of Doom. But is on the Game Boy Advance.
The thing I always regret about not being a kid with Nintendo and growing up with Nintendo products is how like their consoles always intertwined with each other, so like it made an incentive for you to buy like the Advance and the GameCube and the Game Boy and the NES, like because they always had like that. Like for Pokemon, they had the you could put the cartridge.
Oh, the 64, you mean?
Yeah, the 64. What did I say?
The NES. I was like,
sorry.
Super Nintendo had the Game Boy Player. You could.
That shows how fake I am. Stupid Sony guy.
It's because you just didn't have it.
I didn't have it.
Yeah.
And now looking at the Switch and stuff like that, like I'm sorry, but like the Switch isn't even comparable to the other consoles, in my opinion.
It isn't, or it is.
I wouldn't compare it.
Oh, yeah, it's totally on its own.
Different experience.
Yeah.
Versus Xbox and PlayStation, where it's like, can I walk around with my PlayStation and play games on it?
And what I would give to walk around with my PlayStation.
It's true.
But
I mean, you can do it with your
Vita.
Your Vita, but it's not the same.
No.
Because you have to use the internet, and like no one wants that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So, all this talk about Pokemon,
Oh.
we might as well jump into this, so that's terrible. Again, nobody's going to know what the hell we just did on the podcast. We're like, "Whoa!" Just did a stupid look, don't worry about it.
Are we talking about Sword and Shield at this point?
Yes, I am trying to get to that point. Pokemon Sword and Shield was just recently announced. What? I mean, so since you're so into the Pokemon and you're already talking about it, what are your thoughts on that?
So if you guys haven't looked at it, the Nintendo Direct was on what, Monday?
I think so.
Tuesday?
Monday, Tuesday. I think it might have been Tuesday morning.
So it was on Tuesday morning, and everyone. So like background for me, I woke up and you messaged me, and you're like, let's talk about this.
I watched it on the toilet.
Yeah, I literally woke up, watched it, like as I'm laid in bed, half awake, and then your message comes in. It's like, hey, should we talk about it? I'm like, I was just about to message you actually. No, but so the Nintendo Direct was in January, and everyone was like, okay, Pokemon's gonna be announced, and it didn't get announced. So everyone was like, okay, when is Pokemon going to be announced? Everyone knows it's coming. And then I don't remember that Game Freak was going to do a Direct at all, like looking at the news. I didn't see it happening. I think some of the deeper channels knew.
Right.
Like, I knew some of the Pokemon YouTubers were talking about how it was coming, but no one knew the exact date. So I watched it, and I was super hyped. I love the region, the Garl, something weird.
I can't remember.
Some region.
Something with a G.
It was something with a G, and it's based off the UK, which is a great, in my opinion, a great region to base a Pokemon game off of, especially a new one.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
And it's like it looks really industrial. Like the whole area looks so cool. The starters. It's the first time I've looked at the starters and been like.
What's really funny? The first thing I saw when I saw that flaming rabbit or whatever.
Score Bunny?
Score Bunny, yeah. I immediately thought of that Click Adventure game, Sam and Max. You know, the one with the dog and the rabbit?
Yeah.
Totally looks like...
It does.
I think it's Max.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah, it's Max. Sam's the dog.
Yeah. I was like, wait, are we watching a Sam and Max? Oh, no, it's a Pokemon. Okay.
Well, like, I think the issue that I have is I think it's the art style.
It's very childish.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
And like it may work in the long run. Like the problem that I have too is that they didn't show any gameplay footage. They showed the trailer footage.
That is always annoying when they don't show the game itself.
Yeah, well, they showed parts of it. They showed gameplay, but the issue I had was that it's specifically for those Pokemon. The other Pokemon had their scenes and fights and stuff like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, they had the cutscene for those.
Right.
And they didn't show I don't think that was in-game footage. I may have to look back and see it, but it didn't look like it.
I doubt it is. Unless you're able to run up the side of a building during the game with your with your Pokemon behind you, which I'm sure they took that out for no reason.
That might be a new feature. But no, it's I just wasn't impressed by any of the stars, and I think what I have to do is wait to really give an opinion on these starters because I don't want to bash them.
Right.
Until I see the evolutions.
Yeah, don't want to start out too negative until you see that they don't become a badass.
The only thing that was bothering me, the gameplay and the art style that they went with, is that there's a lot of light reflection off of the Pokemon. They have the white, reflecting stuff on them.
Yeah. And you don't like your Pokemon shiny?
It seems almost too shiny for a lot of them. There's some that make sense. If I look at them, okay, they're probably shiny, or their coat's really shiny, or whatever.
Or a water Pokemon. Yeah, it's supposed to look wet.
There are certain ones that I'm okay, there should be a little bit dimming, not so bright.
Yeah.
But that might be just something that's in the works or whatever. But I love the idea of the region, especially the only thing I kind of hope not is Generation 5 was very linear.
Yeah.
On its path, and the map is very
a straight line
almost, but I don't know if it's gonna veer off or anything like that.
Right.
The open world looks amazing. It reminds me of Legend of Zelda.
It's definitely the best looking Pokemon so far.
Well, it's on
from
the
what we
most
see,
powerful hardware that it's been on too. And it's actually the first main series game to be actually on a console.
Right.
Not a handheld.
You're not gonna count Let's Go? Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Well, Let's Go is a side
Right.
game.
Right. Just a repro of it.
It's like a fan service game of Yellow, in my opinion.
Which, freaking Yellow, man.
Yeah.
Don't even buy Yellow. If you want to play one of the originals, buy Blue or Red.
It's so hyped.
It's so terrible.
Well, it's like I'm sorry, but like the whole idea of is evolving, and I get it. The game was supposed to be kind of like, oh, you're Ash and Pikachu doesn't evolve and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
The only thing that bothered me was that like in this new Let's Go, they did the same thing, and you had like an Eevee and a Pikachu, and I chose Eevee, and you chose Eevee. I
did.
And both of us were like, we want to fucking evolve. Like,
yep, I don't want to Eevee hanging out all the time.
I want to. If you're only going to limit me to 3, I want to fucking Vaporeon. Because I think it's the strongest out of the 3.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. If you could include other ones, that'd be great. But like also limiting yourself after the point where we've gotten to almost 1,000, and we're only getting 150. Well, 150, a little few pluses because there's duplicates of the Alola region.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But disappointing. Anyway,
right. The only thing I was really pissed about, and I don't know why I was so pissed because I knew they weren't going to do it.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping that they'd catch on to the idea that we don't have to have water, grass, and fire as our starter types.
I don't think they'll ever get rid of that.
Because
it's
there's one of these like modded versions of Pokemon where like your starters are like something crazy, like a Bellsprout, Magmar, and something else.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still grass and fire, but then the other one was like a rock or something.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But even playing that for a little bit, I felt so much more challenged, which Pokemon is way too easy right now. And if they really kind of make you have to relearn some of these lesser known types, kind of like if they made it so you had to start with a fairy, a dragon, or metal.
Yeah.
Then, because seriously, off the top of my head, I don't know what any of those things are weak against. Or, like, strong against.
I do, but I get your point.
Right. I mean, you're more into it than me, but I'm still into them, and I want them make it harder.
Do you ever play Gen 6? Kalos? It was Chespin, Froakie, and...
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So what I liked about that game was they had I don't think they'll ever get rid of the firewater. I was about to say electric firewater grass.
Right.
But what they did is they added the secondary types.
Right.
To them, and they created a trio. It was actually interesting to see because it made it so that Chespin, when he evolved into Chestnut as a grass fighting, actually had the ability to have 2 different stab moves that were effective against Greninja.
Nice.
Because Dark is weak against fighting, and Water is weak against grass.
Right.
And then you had Dark being strong against Psychic, and Water being strong against Fire, so that then Greninja was double effective against...
Man, which one was the... Was it the Fox?
Yeah, it was the Fox.
Firefox?
Yeah, I can't remember what the last one's named. Delphox. So they made basically a double, and I really thought that was really cool because it was the first time they kind of did it. Was that each Pokemon had a dual typing, and each dual type was actually a triangle of its own.
Right. And
it's possible that they do it because they could do a Fighting Dark and Psychic starter.
Right, and that'd be legit. I'd be so happy with that.
But I think the reason why they start it that way is because the other weaknesses are things that you have to they're based upon a higher thought process of knowing things. So for example, Psychic's weak against Bug, Dark, Ghost.
Is it Fairy one? Or
no, it's I think there's one more. I just can't remember on the top of my head right now. But it's because things that you're afraid of for your psyche is naturally bugs, ghosts, and the dark.
That makes sense.
So you have to think about those, and that's the reason why I can remember that is because that whole idea. But
that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, right. But do you think a kid would really understand that? Off the bat.
I feel like we're at the point now where
I think
not to sound mean to kids, but yeah, they're a little bit smarter. They could look it up.
Yeah.
And
there's Google.
Yeah. And by now, I'm 30 years old and I've been playing Pokemon the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I need it to be harder now, and I need them to change it.
You should do what I do. I make the game harder.
Oh, by giving yourself restrictions?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
it's hard to keep up.
I was going to say, I know I'd break. I'd just be like, stupid Jim, I'm using a Squirtle, whatever. F you, Brock.
I don't care.
Right. But yeah,
But, like, nothing will be more naturally understanding than fire beats grass, grass grows from water.
Right.
Water...
I don't know why water...
Well, it takes away fire.
Or no, wait. The one that always confused me as a kid was, why is rock weak against grass?
Because
it's like, I guarantee you...
It can, like, grow through it.
Yeah, through time.
Yeah.
You take a rock and throw it at some grass.
It's just a waiting game now.
All right, Bellsprout, you hold him. You hold him for a couple hundred years.
We'll check back in a decade.
See you.
Fuck you, dude. But no, like I do agree. I wish they would kind of break up, but there's not a lot of trios that are as perfect as
right.
those three. Like I just explained 1-3, but like the problem is that like with Steel has naturally the least amount of weaknesses.
Right.
Naturally.
But then when they evolve, you can make it so they get like a water or something.
Yeah, I mean,
then make it so they do kind of get trashed after that.
Yeah, it would just have to be a well thought out.
Yeah.
Because like the issue is that there's a lot of unused types.
Oh yeah.
In the game, but like there's some that are just like massively overpowered. Like if you think about Fairy right now, like Fairy has only like 2 real weaknesses.
And it's like Dragon and...
No, Dragon it's immune to.
Oh, it's immune to Dragon.
Yeah, it's weak to Poison and Steel.
Oh, well see, this is why I need them to start throwing more fairies at me or something, because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh, wait. They probably include so many fairies. Like
good.
I mean, like just like last generation, they include so many. Like we had 4 legendaries that were fairies.
Really?
They were Grass Fairy, Electric Fairy, Psychic Fairy, and Water Fairy.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I have played almost all of them, but Sun and Moon were not in my to-do list.
If you want to borrow it,
I definitely will.
I got it.
Nice.
I might even just give you Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because it's the same game.
Yeah. It's
just like there's a few tweaks and you'll never notice.
Oh, okay.
Unless you played through all of one or the first one and then go into the next one. But
right.
Like that one, Sun and Moon was interesting because they got rid of gyms.
Yeah.
They were trials. I thought it was cool in the first.
It sounded like a really cool idea, and I
got old in Ultra Sun and Moon because I was thinking that because the whole idea is that the Pokemon League is being built.
Oh,
and you're going to become the first Pokemon champion, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right? So I'm thinking Sun and Moon, and then you have Ultra Sun and Moon. I'm like, oh, it's going to be like a sequel.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, so gyms are going to be back. Because then, in the first one, you established the Pokemon League.
That would make sense.
And then you would have all the gyms now. Nope. It's just it's an alternate timeline.
What?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's literally the same events, but like.
Well,
there's a few characters that aren't there or it's not supposed to be there. Like,
oh, thanks. I totally wanted to pay $60 for that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in my opinion, I'm excited to see more about it. I'm not gonna be one of those people that is gonna be like flying off the handles with an opinion yet.
Right.
But overall, I'm super hyped.
Oh, I definitely want to play it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not passing it up. I just wish that one thing would have been changed, but they didn't do it.
No,
that's understandable.
Yeah,
I didn't really expect them to.
You're still gonna buy it at the end of the day.
Yep. You getting Sword or Shield?
See that I wait.
Do you?
Yep, because I need to know. I usually buy both anyway.
Oh, do you? That's good.
I buy the dual packs. They started doing those.
Oh.
It's like $80. So you buy both. And you get you get extra stuff with it and all that.
I mean, if they do that for the Switch, I'll probably do that.
Yeah, because like most games are like
$60.
Some are 60.
Yeah.
Pokemon might be. I mean, they might keep it at 40 because like the Pokemon games always used to be 40 for the DS, but
really,
we'll see. But if they do like a 110, 120 like package with both, I'll buy it. Like I don't care. Like
I'm definitely going Shield.
Just because. It sounds like Sword's gonna be like an offensive Pokemon, and Shield's gonna be like a defensive legendary. Like,
and as a kid,
I hope
Geodude was always in my freaking party, and all I ever did was give that son of a bitch, was it iron or It was whichever one made its defense stronger.
Oh, Everstone?
I
think.
Well, those came in later because you couldn't give them items.
Oh, yeah. Defense curl?
No. Like, it was an item itself that increased its defense stats.
Oh.
I think it was iron.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever I did, I'd always do the missing no glitch, get like 99 of those, and then I'd beef the hell out of my golem. And freaking other kids hated me. They're like, "Whoa, go down!"
Golem's such a cool design.
Oh my gosh. So many good designs in the first one.
See, I'm not a big Gen 1er. I think they have some of the worst designs. They have a good lot of good ones.
They definitely have some like rapey ones with like Mr. Mime and Lickitung. I mean, yeah, a dude that's real handsy and a guy that's real licky.
Ladies love him though.
I did actually name him Lady's Bestie in one of my playthroughs.
I always call my Jake Nicki Minaj. And I think everyone does at this point.
I mean, it only makes sense.
I might start calling her Cardi B now, but anyway, what it was basically. I hope that legendaries match the name.
That'd be cool.
The legendary should be like the shield should be like a defensive.
Right.
There's a Pokemon in I don't know if you remember Gen 6 very well, but Aegislash and Dual Blade and the Sword.
Yes.
If those Pokemon are not like consistently all over the region, I'm gonna be very pissed.
Yeah.
Because like,
no kidding.
Sword and Shield, and like, do we have a Sword and Shield Pokemon? No. Okay, we're just gonna leave it out.
We'll throw in a garbage bag or something.
I hate the fact they showed Pikachu in it though.
Oh my gosh, I know. Stop it with the Pikachu. I mean, it's fine if you want to keep putting in certain amount of Pokemon from every generation.
See, I like Chinchino better. The little fox-looking mouse thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's one of the Pikachu clones, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like, for some reason, the ones from the Platinum era, where like the turtle that had the earth on its back, those guys totally get underused.
Yeah, they are.
And I miss them. I want those ones back.
Torterra, and Fernape, and Empoleon.
Yeah. The moment I saw a turtle that was grass, I was like, yep.
Cool designs. They have, like, Gen 4 and Gen 5.
Yeah, they were amazing.
I
don't know if we should keep talking about Pokemon for this long.
I got...
I mean, it's fine.
I got 50-something minutes right now.
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
Yeah, so Pokemon, super excited. You'll probably hear us talk more about it.
Oh, we will definitely be talking more about it, because they're... I mean... We could talk more about it right now. I even heard some rumors that there's going to be things called elemental Pokemon in the region, where it's like each region will have a different elemental Pokemon that represents that element.
That's so UK though.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it with like the empires and like they all had crests that represent.
Yep. That'd be so cool, and I'd totally be okay with that. And then something else that I heard a rumor about. Also in the elemental area was elemental armor, which might be an item to give to a Pokemon. So, like, say, for example, you have a Scizor. It's got the bug in the metal.
Yeah.
But you give it, like, the fire elemental armor, and then the steel would go away, so it'd be bug and fire.
Ooh.
So then you'd be able to switch up your Pokemon, and if they did that and you had to use it to beat some gyms, that would be one of the coolest damn things.
I can see that really cool, and then I can see that's really broken.
Oh yeah, it would definitely ruin some things. But they would have to.
If there's limitations.
Yeah, they would have to work it perfectly. So I think that's why that's going to stay in the rumor mill. But
do you think? Because a lot of people are saying because like they with Game Freak, every generation always has like a excuse me, sorry, this Baja Blast making me burpy. With the past generations, every generation's had a gimmick.
Right.
With the first generation, the gimmick you could technically call it the trade mechanic with items.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, just the trade mechanic in general.
I hate that mechanic.
And then the second generation was trade mechanic with items. So like to get Scizor, you had to have a metal coat, and you had to trade it, and then
to get the
back.
Steelix.
Yep, you had to do the same thing.
I could never find a kid that had the other crap that I wanted.
And it was also the daycare. Like, because that's where all the baby Pokemon came in.
Yep.
And if you notice that we haven't had really baby Pokemon since Gen 4.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, right? You would have thought that we would have had more, but for some reason we haven't.
Maybe they're.
I don't even think. Actually, I don't even think Gen 4 had one. I think Gen 3. I'd have to look, but but that was their thing. So they had like all these Gen 3. What was their? They had a gimmick. It was like berries. I think they were the first ones to have berries.
Oh,
in it,
yeah,
so
yeah, because you could plant the berries, come back later, and then you can make the Pokeballs out of the acorns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was in the second game too. Gen 3 was more just about the berries, and being able to
loving them berries.
Yeah, and like heal with berries and stuff like that. And then Gen 4. See, I never really played Gen 4 too much. I did like the Pokemon, but like then Gen 5 was all new Pokemon. That was their kind of the gimmick.
The black and white. Yeah.
And they there was always like a gimmick Pokemon if you really look at every generation.
Right.
So like for example, Chatot with Gen 4, the mechanic was that you could actually like in the mic on the DS like yell into it or like make noise, and it had a move called Chatter.
Oh.
And like if you did that while Chatter was going on, it actually affected the damage.
Wow, that's
so the louder it was. But like gimmicky, it was just like it was broken because you could yell into it.
I was
and
gonna say
do like massive damage if it was effective.
Right.
But every then there was Pokemon like Deerling and Swasbuck, who changed colors depending on the seasons because Gen 5's whole gimmick was seasons.
Oh yeah.
Because they had snow, winter, fall, all that kind of stuff. I wonder what the gimmick is for this generation. You know what I mean? Like, what's gonna be there? What's gonna be our gimmick?
They're gonna make it so you can connect to Pokemon Go. Just kidding. If they do that again, that. And of course, that made me play Pokemon Go again for like a day.
I still technically do from time to time.
Do you? It's just oh my gosh.
I actually go running with it. I have the Pokeball Plus.
So it actually motivates you to do it?
Yeah, and like I feel the vibration, so I just throw a Pokeball through that, and like.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. If you want to spend the extra, probably like $20 now.
Target was selling for $15.
Oh, damn!
I bought it for $40.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
What a sucker!
I was very tempted as well, though, so don't feel bad because
I was so hyped.
Yeah.
And I thought it was gonna be a good game, and then I realized that it was the saddest.
Just a lot of screen smashing.
Pretty much. But no. What I enjoyed about Let's Go was the possibility. I think that was my favorite thing about Let's Go.
Right.
And other than that, though,
I really didn't like the fact that fighting didn't do crap for you. Like it was all about catching.
Yeah.
If you didn't catch anything, you didn't progress.
Yeah. Like I know people because like I was telling you I play Nuzlocke, so I tried playing a Nuzlocke of it.
Oh, that impossible doing it that way.
It was not enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then pretty much like with that first gym, you had to show like a Pokemon that was weak to.
Oh yeah.
To Brock, and like I was like, well, I don't have anything.
You didn't grab a Mankey?
I ran into a Nidoran.
Oh.
And which has a move.
Oh yeah, because you were doing the okay.
So
I see.
Yeah. But I mean, like I can see how kids would like if I was a dad with a kid and you can play it together and like I see the benefit of it. Like I'm not gonna hate on it.
Right.
Nintendo's always done, or Game Freak's always done these things where it's like family oriented. So,
right.
Hopefully this looks like it's the main series game. This is where you're gonna fight people. This is where you're gonna catch. Like it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic.
I am very excited.
Yep. So.
Okay, so. The next bit of news that we have is with Rotten Tomatoes and that whole thing that's going on with them. They removed the ability to write about movies before they come out. Do you see that as a good or a bad thing?
I give Rotten Tomatoes a Rotten Tomato.
I do as well.
Because
F you Rotten Tomatoes, you suck.
Because it is kind of disappointing that. A review site that was meant for adults to help each other in a way, like it was like a social commentary on movies,
right?
Is now being silenced, and then we see this a lot now with social media and stuff like that. YouTube is having an issue with this,
right?
we have this issue of like we're trying to silence each other, which it shouldn't be the case.
Right, for sure.
And like especially over Captain Marvel because of the politics of it.
Right.
Which shouldn't be the politics of anything, but it's something where people got politics into it, and it could have been a great story about, you know, a strong female character, but it's like solely because she's basically telling me, like, if you're a white male, that I don't want you to see the movie.
Right.
And
Which we both are.
Marvel.
I don't
like,
know.
Like,
You could tell.
I think that's how you got most of your money.
A bunch of lonely white men that are just like, I love comic books.
I want to be a superhero.
I'm gonna throw a hammer too. I'm gonna be awesome.
It's very disappointing. That's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I agree with all those points, but I will play devil's advocate and say it is a good thing because I already kind of hated Rotten Tomatoes before all this happened.
Yeah.
But it's solely for the purpose of the fact that people can talk trash about something that they've never seen.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, I actually really enjoy the DC movies. Not Suicide Squad, though. That was stupid. I don't know why they did that. But the rest of them I've actually really enjoyed. And those just always get torn down before anyone knows anything about them. And it's just like, okay, I know Jesse Eisenberg was Lex Luthor, but seriously, you're going to tell me the whole movie sucks because of that one fact? And I mean, his part sucked.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. They needed a Lex Luthor, not a Jesse, or freaking Eisenberg. Wait.
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah. I was trying to think of the
guy
that runs Facebook.
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. There you go. One stupid name to another.
He played.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
got it.
I didn't need that to be Lex Luthor because what? Lex Luthor is supposed to be like a strong individual.
He's supposed to be slightly jacked,
yeah, and he's supposed to be huge because I mean he fights Superman from time to time with help of other things.
Kevin Spacey was a better Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he totally was.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he had the diabolical, like intelligent, hyper observant,
somewhat charming.
Yeah, because I mean, at some point he gets voted president.
Yeah.
Which used to be an argument that you used to kind of have to be like to be president, but that's a totally different argument. I don't want to get into that, but but like he got voted president at one point in the comic books, and nobody's gonna vote in a scrawny little piece of shit like Jesse Eisenberg to be president when he's a psychopath and very clearly a psychopath.
Like he's not even trying to hide it.
No, he's not a quiet psychopath. He's not going Dexter. He's going full, like, I don't know, chainsaw massacre on this bitch.
Yeah,
like
stalker level.
Yeah, he's not being subtle or anything.
It's conniving or like anything like that. It's just straight up like I'm creepy.
And I want you to know it. Eat this Jolly Rancher.
Oh, it's kryptonite.
Oh no! It tasted like cherry.
Why was it glowing?
Okay, that totally sidetracked me.
Yeah.
But that's my whole point, though. Like, you can't just badmouth a movie because of one thing that you saw in a preview. And I get that most previews kind of ruin the entire movie now anyway. But
I think what brought in my solution to if I was gonna solve this, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of trolling. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
We see it on YouTube.
It's the internet.
Twitch. It's the internet. There's a lot of trolling. The only problem that I have a lot of the time with this kind of stuff is is screening it. And like in my opinion, what should happen is that you separate it. You separate opinion off of the trailer.
Right.
Like it should be more of like kind of like a forum almost in a way. Like oh, here's the trailer for Captain Marvel. What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like a review thing. It should be just thoughts.
Yeah, that'd be really cool if they had a forum and then the movie came out and it shifted from a forum to a review.
Yeah, exactly. And you can also see it'd be, in my opinion, I would love to see like the difference between like the trailer on how and the change after seeing it. Like, oh man, I was completely wrong. Like
the cat had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah,
crap.
What the hell? But no, I think they're just approaching it differently because like everyone just immediately shuts down.
Yeah.
And it's just like okay, done. Like everyone's ruining it, like done.
Yeah. It's the easy way to fix stuff now.
Exactly.
It's which is so annoying. It's like, oh man, there's a problem here, but let's just not talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
And everyone's like, oh, that's the easier solution. It's like, is it though? Like, because then you have people like me who's like you're trying to silence us at the end of the day. Like, you're trying to say that you know, and like if you look, Rotten Tomatoes is owned by Comcast. Comcast is owned by Disney. Disney owns Marvel.
I mean, yeah. I would totally believe Disney to be part of some shady shit like that.
It's the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like, the end. Bacon. Funness.
Yeah.
No, but like I just have a huge issue with the idea because we just see too much of it. It was the first time that a company's done this, and it's like, oh, we're shutting it down for now to bring it back up. But it doesn't seem like they have any plans on moving it back.
Right. What they're going to do is listen to this podcast and be like, oh, a forum and then a review.
Oh,
that makes sense.
And you don't have to pay them?
Whoa!
Thanks, suckers.
If you use it, I'm coming after you guys.
We're recording this right now.
Yeah, we have proof.
Got you.
Date
You thought we were dumb?
March 1st, 2019.
You big stupid. Anyways, sorry Disney, don't assassinate me.
Yeah, please don't. I have a child.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
He's
animals.
Yeah. Substitute adult.
Yeah. Guardian of something. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Rotten Tomatoes should know better, in my opinion.
Right. Because even with that opinion of, I don't like it when people get to just talk trash about a movie before it happens. I don't think you should just take it away either.
No, like I think there's always a middle ground solution.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, sadly, that's just our world right now.
Right.
But if you want to write reviews under our stuff, we won't block you.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You can. Well, I mean, you can be mean, but
I don't care.
I don't really care either.
But let us know what your thoughts are. But yeah, no, it's just something where we like. But there's other sites too. Like I'm not really a big fan of the Rotten Tomatoes system.
Right.
Anyway.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was another reason why I never liked Rotten Tomatoes, because there have always been amazing movies that they will just downvote for some crazy reason.
Yeah, most of them.
Of course, I can't think of one right now.
No.
But
Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
I bet there's one movie out there that has like a bad Rotten Tomatoes score, and it's actually really good.
Oh yes, yeah, because it's like that 80% of the time I feel with Rotten Tomatoes. Because if Rotten Tomatoes says it's a bad movie, I'm probably gonna like it.
Well, it's like the same idea as I've been playing Anthem, the new game by BioWare.
Right.
I think it's a good game. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's a good game. You just made a face.
Sorry. Yeah, I made a face. I was looking at something that was... What? Sorry. I'm very confused by Rotten Tomatoes.
Why don't you say
that's the whole thing. Okay. Recently, I went and I watched Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, it's gotten bad reviews.
Yeah, I just saw this. And seriously, that movie, if you have not watched that movie, it is one of the best movies I have seen in a long time.
Well, you know why? It's political. They made it. They allowed people to review it because it's political. She's like, why is she sexy? Why are you looking at her that way?
I remember hearing about this crap.
I was telling you about that last time we talked.
Yeah, that is so stupid because the storytelling flows so well throughout that entire movie.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Like, you get the proper amount of character build. There's a nice amount of deviating from character to character. You don't just have a guy come in halfway through and he's like, I'm also important. You're like, who the hell's this guy?
Yeah.
No, like this whole movie builds up every character that you need build up or to be built up, and they all have interesting stories. I want to know more about literally every one of them, and the only thing that I hated was the movie ended.
Yeah.
Because like even at the end,
you wanted more.
I'm like, oh crap! I gotta see more of this.
And that's a sign of a good video game, a good TV series, a good movie. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you want more, it's good.
Exactly. And holy crap, the action in that movie was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, going back to the whole practical effect thing, I don't know if they had any at all in this movie.
They probably had a little bit.
They had to have because it looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
because there was, of course, like her whole face.
Yeah.
Is
CG.
CGI, but like there had to be some practical effects in there. Like,
I mean, there's got to be, but seriously, and I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes, and if I'm reading this correctly, 60%. What the hell is that? Lego Movie got 86, and freaking Alita got freaking 60. I don't know if that's a good comparison. I haven't actually seen Lego Movie 2 yet. I'm trying to find another one.
Color me interested, but what's Captain Marvel's?
Captain Marvel's.
Do they even have one anymore?
Because
I think Rotten Tomatoes had it. Because I think from the last time I saw, they took it out because it was so low.
Yeah. Nope. It just says no score yet.
Yep.
Which, dicks. Oh my gosh.
And this is the issue that I have with what do I want to call it? People getting political in media. Like, I get it. It's media is supposed to be a reflection of life in general, right? It's pop culture. It's all sorts of. It's almost a documentary on society,
right?
At the time, and people get too political with it. Like, for example, there's a YouTube channel. I don't know if you follow him, The Cornering. It's a guy. He does just the kind of vlogging. Talks about certain things. He's been talking about the LGBTQ community in games. Like Apex Legends came out recently, became one of the biggest games of all time. If you haven't played it, feel free to play it.
What's Apex? No, I'm kidding.
It's
huge.
It's a huge battle royale. And then they came out talking about how some of the characters are gay or gender fluid.
Right.
And I don't care. At the end of the day, I really don't care what the character is.
I mean, why would you?
And especially in a game like that, I don't care. But he was just talking about how he said it was pandering that they did that, and I'm like I don't really have an opinion on that because I just really don't care. But he was talking about he's lost sponsors because of the politics of it. And,
wow.
The Escapist article wrote an article with him in it saying that he's like bigoted and stuff.
What?
Yeah. For saying stuff like that, like he doesn't think that they should exist and all that, even though he never said that. But
you gotta love people like that.
But the problem is that people are becoming too political, and it's like, okay, that's an art form,
right?
Like, I don't really have an opinion no matter what, as long as you do it in a way that makes sense. I don't care.
For sure.
Like for example, did you watch Supergirl? Like the last couple of seasons.
I think I'm only on like the 3rd season or something.
Okay, I think there's only been 4. So.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the newer show out of all those DC shows.
Maybe I'm only on the 2nd season. Then.
It might be, but
there are a lot.
They started the storyline of her sister being lesbian.
Oh, I think I barely saw that.
And it just like at a certain point, it just felt like there's too like. It's always been the issue just in general of CW shows for superheroes. It's too dramatic. There's episodes where it's there, especially for superheroes. It's not. There's no action.
Right.
It's just like this like oh my god, I can't believe like so and so is dating so and so.
What? Like, Smallville had the most action I've ever seen.
But like,
just kidding.
But like Arrow, great storylines. But then like the later season, they started getting too much into this drama stuff.
That is true. I did stop watching around like the 4th season.
The Flash has a nice balance, in my opinion. The Flash gets like there's certain episodes that they're kind of heavy on drama, but for the most part, very interesting. Like dynamic between characters and stuff like that, enough action for me to actually give a crap about.
Right.
But then Supergirl was just like they had too many episodes that were just focused on, like relationships and not just her relationship as like, as someone who's a lesbian, but like straight relationships. It's just like it was too much dating drama. It was like if I wanted that, I'd watch 90210 or like
so many
other
relations.
Show. Yeah. Oh, God.
Whoa. I've been trying to find a movie that was rated super high and should be nowhere near that.
Okay.
And that is Star Wars The Last Jedi. Has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't think it was as bad as people thought it was.
It's not like a 60 or something.
But it shouldn't be close to 100.
Nowhere near should it be 100.
I would say high 70s, low 80s.
I was just gonna say maybe around like 76 or something like that. But yeah, just.
But it's Disney.
Yup, gotta stroke that Disney D.
Yes.
Gosh, I hate Disney so much. That's a whole other day though. We can talk about
how they ruined copyright laws.
Oh my god. So many things we can talk about with Disney.
Yep.
Oh.
The term intellectual property is a Disney term, actually.
Yep.
Invented by them.
Because why ever let anybody else use anything that we've ever created by a guy that died like 100 years ago?
Yep. They were able to just gobble up all these rights.
Yep.
And then, ta-da! You can't use them now because we said so.
What are laws again?
Yep.
Here's money. Don't think about it.
Oh man, it's been an interesting.
Oh my gosh. I only want to just barely touch on this, but what the hell is wrong with Disney and why can't they think of anything new? All these things are rehashes of crap that we've seen before.
Yep.
And oh my gosh, the newest thing was Frozen, and that needs to burn in a fire and die.
Yep.
I hate Frozen.
Or like Disney's like secretly genius because they take tales from other
other writers and stuff.
From over time,
and their copyrights ran out, so now Disney can use them to steal them and never let anyone ever again use those.
You can't use that. You can't even use that story of Frozen because it was based upon a fairy tale.
Yeah, and Snow White now you can't touch that.
Nope.
Even
you can't touch Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast. Like these are all based upon actual fairy tales from other countries, from other. From history. Like
Grimm Brothers.
Yep, Grimm Brothers, and like Mulan is a story that actually does exist in Chinese folklore. Like soon they're gonna take Joan of Arc. They're gonna make a story. No, I don't know.
I was gonna say
making it up.
The sons of bitches.
But like also you have like Lion King, which is what is it, Othello from Shakespeare?
I was gonna say that's a Shakespearean story.
Yep.
And man,
but you can't use it now.
Yeah. So disappointed with that whole idea too, because we're doing a live action movie.
It's live action.
And okay, I wanted to say, I thought they were going to be real creative with it because they kept saying we're going to do a live action of The Lion King, and then I was like, cool, they're going to make it like an African tribe, and like I don't know, like maybe the lion heads
you mean
are
like
part
of.
Yeah. And what? And I thought maybe like I don't know, headdresses were going to be involved with showing royalty and all this kind of stuff. And then the trailer drops and they're like, it's totally live action. It's like, that's CG, you stupid dick. There's nothing live action about this movie. You can't call it live action if it's done on a computer.
Let me boomerang that in the conversation. Will Smith is the genie. He's blue, but do you think he looks weird? Yes.
Oh, yeah. I would have rather him just popped out of the...
He looks deformed.
He does. Like...
He looks jacked.
Elephantitis, kind of.
He looks jacked, but like a fat Jack.
Yeah.
Like...
That's so weird.
Like,
I really...
That's
again...
one movie, and that's sad because, like, I could understand if I was 50 years old at this point, right?
Right.
And then they announced that they're like, oh, we're doing a live-action version of Aladdin. At that point, enough time has passed that Robin Williams, like, wouldn't be in my thought process a lot of the time. Or I would be more accepting of that, saying, oh, Robin Williams has been gone for a while. Like we should... But he's fresh. He's still pretty fresh.
That is, yeah, very fresh.
Because he was...
I should block my mouth.
Yeah, sorry, me too. Because he died, what, like...
I think only like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was like early 2010s.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm sorry, but he's still, a popular person.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole actually graffiti in Denver.
Oh yeah.
With him by our college, or what used to be our college.
What used to exist was a college.
it was actually by the first Quiznos. If anyone doesn't know that, there's
the first Quiznos is in Denver.
Yeah, the first Quiznos is in Denver.
And Chipotle.
And there's a mural right next to the first Quiznos that is of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really nice one.
Is him as Mork, right?
Yeah, it was him as Mork.
Yep, from Mork and Mindy.
Yep.
But yeah.
Most people don't even know that at this point who Mork and Mindy was, but whatever.
Yeah.
Stupid kids, go to bed.
Gosh.
If you're an adult,
Look it
message
up.
us and tell us. No, but like, man, like, I love the fact because like I thought Beauty and the Beast was really well done for live action.
Oh yeah.
I think.
I thought they picked very well for who they.
Emma Watson.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very. Because I've always thought Belle was more of a plain. No offense to Emma Watson, but like. So like the way they dressed her and all that kind of stuff, she was very plain. Like, but she was beautiful in a natural sense compared to other people that were more, especially more about the movie. It was more about Belle was always more of the bookworm. She more cared about that, but she was also naturally beautiful anyway.
Right.
And she didn't have to like flaunt herself to get attention. But then,
for sure.
But then Raby, what's his name?
Gaston. Yes. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But again, it's just them reusing stuff.
Stealing. I wouldn't say reusing.
Well, yeah, that's true. I guess the first time it was animated by hand, it was stealing. Now it's just rehashing.
Rehashing their own stolen goods.
Yeah.
It's like if you make a purse off of something and then you start just changing the color to the purse.
Right.
Like, look at all these other colors that it comes in now.
Look at all these Kool-Aids I could just pour in this thing. There we go.
That's a better analogy right there. But no, like I think it's man, Disney.
Yep.
At least with Marvel, like everyone hates on Stan Lee because a lot of people a lot of people don't understand the dynamic between him and Jack Kirby.
Because he stole all Jack Kirby's stuff.
Yeah, technically he did at the end of the day.
Quote unquote. Technically. Yes.
I will not confirm or deny. But at the same time, Stan Lee was the one who got us the movie universe and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of like, I think we're more...
I definitely feel like he's more responsible for the movies than the characters themselves.
Yeah.
Themselves, I should say. But I mean, again, that's a whole different debate. And I would have to study.
Yeah, I would have to like look into everything before I give a firm opinion on anything.
Right.
Because that's why I said technically. Because like a lot of people do say that Stan Lee has stolen Jack Kirby, but like I don't see Jack Kirby being too mad right now.
Because he's dead.
Well, that's two.
You can't be mad and dead.
But I mean beforehand though, like before he died.
Yeah.
I'd have to look. Like I can't remember that whole timeline because it I think happened way before I was born technically.
Right.
It happened in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
But anyway, what do we have next?
That was all I had.
That was all we have?
I felt like that was a good amount for introducing ourselves, showing what kind of people we are. Apparently you like comedy a lot.
That's kind of my thing.
And missed out on Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of have a spattering of comedy, children's movies, and horror.
no particular order.
You know, whatever.
But no, it's I think this went well, don't you think?
I think this went very well for our first podcast ever.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this, feel free to follow us on our Facebook page,
Artless Retrospect
podcast.
I don't think you have to type in podcast.
I mean, you could probably tell. I think we're the only ones on
I think
Facebook.
so. And then we're also on Twitch. Obviously, if you're watching, you know this.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna try to get us to be on SoundCloud.
Yep.
I still have to figure it out.
Yep. And then we'll be having the full form show on YouTube, and then we'll also have segmented. Once I edit this, I'll be segmenting them out. So in case you just want to pick one topic and listen to that, you'll be able to. And then we're both on social media, but if for his YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is Sad Game Reviews, spelled S@HD Game Reviews, and you can find me there.
Yep. And I don't have a YouTube.
It'll happen.
It'll happen eventually.
Eventually.
But for right now, I'm just going to be focusing on this, and then I may appear in John's on his private channel every so often.
Oh yeah.
But you'll always catch me here. And eventually we're going to probably start having our Twitch